Yo, what's up guys? It's me, Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%Finance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Business Funding, Mr. Credit Repair, the people's mentor. I got what you need to succeed, my friends. Thank you so much for viewing, for tuning in. I'm a full-time real estate investor, online entrepreneur, 63 rental units. That means 63 tenants sending me checks on a monthly basis that affords my lifestyle so I can earn passively and live passionately. How was I able to achieve this level of success? Simple. Having pretty credit. What's pretty credit? Having a 720 credit score, debt to credit ratio below 30%, having a 10-year credit history, many different things, because it helped me qualify for mortgages as well as for business funding, which we provide. Low doc mortgages and business funding at 100%Finance.com. Check the links below. But starting out, it wasn't always that pretty. Paid myself through college. Went to the University of Georgia. Graduated with a business degree in economics and a minor statistics. 3.2 GPA. No job lined up. Why? I was trying to get a job in the corporate field, in the business field. But guess what? At that time, they started doing credit checks. My credit was bad. Why? Because I wasn't working in college like my senior year. Fault of my own. I can't blame anybody for that. And I said, well, I'm either going to pay this credit card or pay my rent. I decided to go with the rent. Right? So as a result, I received a lot of collection accounts, late pays on my credit report, derogatory items. And I know what it's like to have a ton of creditors call you. So I was in the low 500s. I couldn't get qualified for any financing. I had to move back in with my mom. Why? Because I couldn't continue to pay the rent, and my credit was so bad that I couldn't get qualified to move into someone's apartment. So I moved in with my mom, broke, bad credit. Got a job with the government because the government didn't do any credit checks. And I realized I need to improve my FICO score in order to become a full-fledged real estate investor. Okay? So that's just a little bit of my background, bad credit. There were some circumstances, just like you guys listening right now. You may say, hey, well, this situation happened, I understand. That's life, you know, but being that you have challenged credit, so to speak, do something about it. Now is the time to change it. We're in a new year, right? So do something new, do something different. Make sure your FICO score improves by next year. Enroll in our credit repair program at 100%Finance.com. Alright, so I got a couple notes here. So how did I improve my FICO score from low 500s to high 800s? To be more specific, an 822 FICO score. If you don't believe me, I have an account with Credit Check Total. I'll place in the recording on YouTube, okay? I got the live feeds going on with Facebook and Instagram. So once I'm done with the editing and all that good stuff, I will place the YouTube video of me live showing my FICO score. It'll be in the description below. Okay, just to prove to you that I practice what I preach. I actually have great credit. I don't have just decent credit. I have great, excellent credit. How many credit repair companies you know out there that have excellent credit like that? Or have a money team, a stack of 23 business credit cards? Or 63 rental units? None of them. Right? It's very rare. We practice what we preach here at 100% Finance. So let's get into it. How was I able to do this? Number one, I had to remove inquiries. What's an inquiry? It's a hard pull on your credit report. In other words, when you apply for financing and they run your credit, they put a hard inquiry on your credit report. And if you have 5 or more inquiries within the past 6 months, that can be perceived as negative on your credit report. And that will hurt your FICO score. So you want to get those things removed. And we offer inquiry removal services at 100%Finance.com. Check the link below in the description. Talk to YouTube, okay? But for you guys on social media, just go to 100%Finance.com. After I got the inquiries removed, my FICO score increased. But it was still pretty low. Not high enough for me to qualify for a mortgage. So what's the next thing that I need to do to improve my FICO score from a low 500s to a high 800s? I improve my debt to credit ratio. My debt utilization ratio, in other words. So what does that mean? I'll paint a picture for you. Here's a scenario. Let's say you have a credit card with Bank of America. The maximum limit that you can charge on this card is $1,000, $1,000. And let's say you have $600 charged to this card. 600. Let's do the math. 600 over 1,000 is 60%. So your debt to credit ratio in that scenario is 60%. We're talking revolving debt, credit card debt, in other words, okay? That's high. That will have a negative impact on your FICO score, because your debt utilization is one of the determining factors for your FICO score. So you want that reduced. How can you reduce it? Here's the freebie. A, ask for credit line increases on your personal credit cards. B, pay down the debt if possible. Two-pronged approach to improving your debt to credit ratio. So let's say, for example, you have that same card for Bank of America. It's $1,000 maximum limit. You have $600 charge. Call Bank of America up and say, hey, can you increase it to $2,000 as my maximum limit? So now you have $600 still charged. Hopefully, you won't be an idiot and charge more to that card, right? Because that's what happened. People get more debt, and guess what? Their expenses go up too. Same thing. People get a raise at their job, and guess what? Their personal living expenses goes up too. If that's the case, you'll always be in a rat race. You can't do that, people! Just because your income increases or the amount of debt you have at your disposal increases doesn't mean you have to use the debt. It doesn't mean you have to increase your expenses to meet your income. If you continue to do that, you'll always be in the same position. What's that? A BFC, a broke, frustrated chump. Not to sound harsh, but that's the reality. I'm here to share with you some mindsets, ways that you can change and alter your mindset so it can benefit you financially. You can't do this, people. All right? So let's say back to that scenario. You increase the credit limit from $1,000 to $2,000, but you still have $600 charged, right? Because you didn't touch it, right? You have the self-control and the self-discipline not to. So now your debt to credit ratio in that scenario is 600 over 2,000, which is 30%. And ideally, that's what you want, 30% or lower. Next thing we have, the next thing that I did, I should say, to improve my FICO score, remove all the negative items. As I stated earlier, back in my college days, you know, partying, frat style living, hey, because I was a frat boy, having a good time. Not where my credit was concerned, but having a good time, having fun. And my credit had to suffer, unfortunately. I incurred a lot of negative items. Because I used to be that dude. Hey, what's up, young lady? Let me take you out to a nice restaurant, Applebee's. Get that 2 for $20. Charge it to the credit card. Or she might see my apparel and be like, oh, that's a nice chain, dog. Oh, that's a nice watch. Damn, you got some fresh J's. Little as you know, I've been charging it to the game. Right? Because that's many of us. We fall victim to that. We want to look rich instead of be rich. And how do we look rich? By buying these fancy toys, the car, the nice restaurants, to afford a lifestyle that we truly don't have. We all been there. But now, it's your turn to change it. It's your turn to do something about it. So all those negative items I incurred, collections, charge-offs, late pays, and so forth. Some of you may have other negative items. You may have bankruptcies, foreclosures. You may also have tax liens. You may also have judgments, medical bills, a lot of stuff. It may be your fault and it may not be your fault, but at the end of the day, you have to do something about it. Why? Because it's on your credit score. It's on your credit report. So do something about it. And we can assist you at 100%finance.com. So that's what I had to do. Get all those negative items removed. And it took me personally 2 years. So I don't have to take you, because as we began to move along, again, this was years ago, by the way. So as we began to progress and so forth as a company, we found better ways and tactics to remove those negative items on your behalf. Okay, so the average time frame, if you're thinking, hey, how long does it take, Juan Pablo? 4 to 6 months, but of course, everybody's situation is different. But I always advise you apply and receive the free consultation. Okay? We want to look at your FICO score, we want to look at your credit report, we want to look at your debt utilization, and we want to advise you. And if you say, hey, not only do I want credit repair, but I'm interested in real estate just like you want, Pablo, or I'm interested in starting my own business. It's not real estate, but I want to start my own business. Well, we also offer business funding and ink removal, as I stated earlier. Apply. Okay? So, got the inquiries removed, improved my debt utilization ratio. I also removed derogatory items, and I kept old accounts open. So I would go to department store credit cards such as Old Navy, Home Depot, for example, and Macy's, for example, and I would open up a credit card. I can only use that credit card at that store, again, a department store credit card, and I would rarely, if not, I would rarely use it pretty much. And I owned it just for the mere fact of having a long account, because that's what determines your FICO score. Having open accounts, the length of the account, the age of the account is very important. It's extremely important. Ooh, my stomach growling, folks. So I gotta, I gotta end this video and feed my tummy. But I appreciate you guys joining in, watching the videos. But the greatest appreciation, the greatest thank you will be you taking the initiative. If you know you're in that situation, you're like, well, I don't know, because they're an online-based company, or I don't know. Just do it, guys. It's free consultation. There ain't no upfront fee, so what do you got to lose? Like, what kind of scam artist gives free consultation about your credit report and don't accept no money? It's asinine. Plus, we're an online-based company, so we have testimonies all over the place. I'm on Facebook Live, by the way, right here. All right, I'm doing the simulcast, okay? At Facebook and at Instagram. So Facebook, go to facebook.com/100%finance. Go to facebook.com/100%finance for testimonies, okay? And you can vouch for us. You can check us out. It's that simple. All right. IG, I appreciate you guys joining in as well. Hopefully you guys found value in this video. But I just gave you several tips on how you too can improve your FICO score. So if you have the time on YouTube, check the link below in the description for the previous YouTube video of me showing my 822 FICO score. That pretty credit, so pretty that it's so attractive to the banks. No lender, no creditor, no bank can ever say no to your application for financing. Alright, so I'm Juan Pablo. As always, earn passively, live passionately, and this is to your success. Peace.